Welcome back, friends. This video is again with the continuation of the last video. We are deep diving into objects, and in the last video, we have seen copying and references, how to make a copy of an object, and what are the things you have to take care while copying. Like objects are non-primitive types, so references are being used, so you have to take care such things. Today we are going to see about cloning. Copying and cloning are different things. In copying, basically you are referring to the same object or same references, but in cloning you are not creating a new object out of your original object. So references are not being shared. So without wasting any time, let's start this. So cloning and merging we will be seeing first. So first of all, I'll create one user object, which is a pretty simple name. It has a name property and age property as we are creating. And I am creating one more variable here, which is a clone, and it is currently an empty object. And for cloning, what we can do, we can use for in loop. So we know how to loop in through each property of any object using this for in loop. So we first get the key from this particular user object, that is name and age. Then what we can do, we can create the same keys inside our clone object. So that is what we are going to write here. Clone key equals to user key. Let me just print both the objects first and see what we are getting here. So we are inside 03 advanced and objects, I think 4. Yeah. So if I run this, I can see my object has been cloned. But how can I verify whether this object has been correctly cloned? It is not referring to the old object's references. So I will do one thing here. I will just modify the cloned object's name property to YouTube, and will check what user has to offer and what clone object contains. So let me just run this again. So as you can see, let me just comment this part as well. Once again, I'm running this. So if you see my first object, which is user here, it is printed as Nilesh and age 28. And my second object, which is cloned from the user object, contains now YouTube name because I have modified its name here. So that is called deep cloning. It is not completely deep cloning because this is a very simplest object here, and we can do this cloning pretty easily with the for in loop. Let me show you one example of merging, how we can merge one object to another object. So for that, we are going to use object.assign method. So assign is a method available with the object class. So let me create user again with name only. And I am declaring another object here with edit permission, that is edit p, and it holds one property, can edit, that is true. Read property, can read, that is also true. And delete property, can delete, that is also true. So in order to merge your object, which is I'm merging user with these three objects, so what I can do, according to this assign method, I can provide the target object first, then whatever objects I have to merge. So I am providing edit, read p and delete p. So let's just print this and see what happens. If I run this, I can see name Nilesh, can edit, can read and can delete is there. If I remove any of these objects, then let us see what happens. You can see only can edit has been added. So this assign method provides the signature. I will show it to you. Object.assign if you write, and if you type this, you can see target. whatever you want to clone into, I mean merge into. So currently I'm merging into user. I can also provide one empty object here in order to clone all this. And then sources, you can see these three dots. It is nothing but the rest operator. We will see it later in this course. So we can provide as many variables or as many objects we want to merge. So if I provide only one, then it will create only one object which contains a original object plus its cloning or a secondary object that you want to merge. So let me show it to you again. So now it holds only one value, which is the can edit. I am providing target as a empty. So I can show you one more example by writing something like this. I'll provide user first, then I'll add age here. Let's say 27. And if I run this, you will see the entire new user object with name, age and can edit. So you can give as many you want to give here. Let's say I'm giving delete here, and let me make this delete to false. So if I run this, you can see this is how you merge objects in JavaScript. But this is not the efficient way. I mean, if your object is nested, if your object contains child objects, then this will not do the deep merging or deep cloning, you can say. It will only create the one layer of values as a cloning part. So it will not assign the references, but if you have a child object or a nested object, then it will provide the reference in your new object as well. So this object.assign is not suitable for such kind of things. For that we can use foreign loop, and we have to write whether the next object or next property is of type object, then again you have to loop through it. So something recursive you have to write there and do the cloning part, that is called as a deep cloning. And this type of cloning is known as a shallow cloning, because you are not creating a new entirely new object. Some way you are referencing to the references of old object. And also there are many libraries like immutable data. You can create immutable JS. There is a Lodash library which provides this cloning features, deep clone, shallow clone. Those libraries are there, but you can also write your own functionality. As I mentioned, you have to just check whether the property contains object or not. If it contains object, then you have to loop through again into that object as well. So yeah guys, that is all for today's video, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, please click on the like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I don't know where I am, I don't know where you take me, I don't know where you take me. I just follow your trail and I'm losing your mind and I'm losing your head. Let me escape from this unlove, 'cause I'm